Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. You know, there's a saying, my home is a castle, and there is some truth to that. Now we can't all be up on a hill overlooking the countryside with a 360-degree view of the valley. We can't have that kind of security like in these old castles. We can't have some of the tools that they have in these castles for their self-defense and for keeping their enemies under control that might actually come and try to come into the castle. But if we're going to use our less lethal launchers, we have to put in the effort. There's an old saying also, hobby effort equals hobby results. If you're only working with your launchers for the purpose of fun and tinkering and modding, and you're not sure if they're going to work when you really need them, well, then this video is not directed to you. That's for another audience. This is targeted specifically to people who actually want to use their launchers for self-defense. They want them to be reliable, and they want them to be able to defend their castle. This was a castle that we saw when we were over in Europe. That's a pit right there where they pour boiling hot liquid on a person that might be coming in on a lower level. That is a dungeon down in there where they would throw someone that they caught who might be trying to invade the castle. That is some serious castle defense right there. They had pets, they had kitchens, they had foods, they were self-sustained in their castle. Now, our home, we put a lot of effort into how we want to defend our home. We put a lot of effort into the tools and the launchers and the lethal weapons that we need to use. But if you're using a tool for self-defense, you need to have enough of those. You need to be well stocked. You need to know how to use it. You need to know how to maintain it. And that's what this video is going to get at, is how important it is to be serious about your self-defense. Take it seriously, put in the effort to stage them properly. And if you're going to be tinkering with a launcher, have a dedicated launcher for that. Don't use that same one for your self-defense. Don't trust it after you've made mods that are maybe truly untested. So I've said this before, and I'm going to repeat it again here. If you're going to use less lethal launchers for your self-defense, or any type of air gun for that matter, you need a security perimeter with security cameras like this. This is one that we have in one of our Florida homes, and you can monitor the activity out there. You can see people that might be coming in, and you can do that from the comfort and the safety of inside your home. And this gives you critical, valuable seconds in order to see what's going on. You might even also have cameras that look inside the home but outside the bedroom, so you could see those. This is a Ring doorbell camera that we have also on a Florida home, and it allows you to see, obviously, people that are coming to the front door and ringing the front door, and you can see the cars and the vehicles that may come and go. There's always activity around your home. Most of the time it's going to be something like this. It's going to be someone who's working on the lawn or doing maintenance work, or it's going to be someone trying to sell you something. But you need to know those kind of situations, and you also need to see inside the house. Sometimes it's a furry critter like Mango, as you just saw there, who can also cause quite a bit of trouble, and sometimes the cameras can help to actually figure out what she's up to. Take a look at this and see just what kind of mess she can cause. So if you're really serious about home defense, you will be coming up with a strategy so that you have the most strategic, tactical position in terms of if someone comes into your home, are they going to come in this door? So in my particular case, I've got a stairwell going to my front door, as you can see here. So I have a very nice tactical corner here to come and really line up right on this corner, and I can go back and forth and I can look, and I think this is just an ideal strategic situation. I've got my front door always barricaded, as you can see, because I think that gives you an extra layer of time in case someone is trying to get in. And the other thing that I have, and I think this is something that was really important to us, is we have a back stairwell. So a back stairwell to the back of the house. So I have the ability to come up and down this stairwell. I can also be positioned in the middle here, and I can have access to either stairwell from the top floor. I can survey the other side, and I can be constantly looking, constantly trying to see if someone's coming. But I don't really have a great entry point where they have to come through one or the other. There's two different ways that they can go, and I'm up here. I think it's good from a strategic standpoint, but there are some negatives. Now let's say a shady character like this guy in red here comes in and starts up your stairs. You need to have a camera location like this one where I can see this guy, I can see this shady character, and I can watch him from upstairs, and I can tell where he's going. I can see that he didn't go up and now he's trying to sneak around the back. I got my eyes on him with my camera. That's the advantage of having some eyes inside. Put 5 of them in there. Is it hard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. Now this was from when we first started testing our life light, and my wife was trying to use it, and the trigger was just very hard for her to press for the first shot. She gets the first shot, and then she still has a hard time to press it again. And then once you find that sweet spot that I've talked about before, once you get it in that sweet spot, those next 4 shots, they come fairly easy and fairly rapidly, but it took her a while. That's not what you want in a launcher. It needs to have a very good trigger pull. The life light has been problematic for us in that regard. I can fire it fine, but my wife still has trouble. You've got to test and stage your weapons on a regular basis. What happens if I go in an emergency situation and I pull out my VKS and I'm ready to go and I need to use it, and I open it up and wait a minute, it's in a bunch of pieces. All the parts are all separated. The HBA tank is separated from the buttstock. The mags are there. It's not loaded, and it's not ready and staged for use. In this particular case, you're going to be out of luck. Even my barrel spring is laying loose. This is not the way you would store it for a defense situation. This is basically the way you would store it if you're in a position of getting ready to do maintenance and repair. Do not store your less lethal in a state like this, especially with air guns. Air guns in particular need quite a bit of TLC. They need to be tested regularly. You need to make sure your air tank stays full. You need to do all of these kind of things just to make sure that it's ready. This one is clearly not ready. I wanted to show you an example of what that would look like. If you're going to treat your home like a castle, and I think that you should put serious effort into preparing a plan, preparing your launchers, preparing your other tools for whatever might happen, from best case scenario to worst case scenario. You want a perimeter, but you want to also then have a plan for determining what happens if someone gets inside your home. Where are they likely to be coming up from? If you are at a higher level, you're at an advantage. If you're not at a higher level, you need to have an area where they have to pass through, and you've got them like a sitting duck, and you can protect yourself. You need to be able to get your family to a safe space, and if you're upstairs, a lot of times that's easier to do. Put the effort into it and make it a serious effort. A hobby effort will give you hobby results, and that's not what we're after at this channel. We want to be safe. We want to protect our home, and that does not mean that you have to. That means having the ability to discern whether the person is a real threat or not. Using your camera, maybe you find it is not a threat at all, and that's a great thing. The best case scenario is always that you identify someone as not being a threat, and you can then lower the anxiety and you can be safe, and that's what's going to be the case most of the time. A lot of this will protect you legally from making a mistake. But if you're sound asleep at night and there really is a real threat outside your doors, you need to be awakened by something. It needs to be a security system or a phone app or something that's going to get your attention so you can be up and be ready. So take it seriously, folks. I don't mean to cause alarm, but I think everyone should have a heightened sense of awareness around their home, especially at night. So with that, I'm just going to leave it, and everybody be safe. Take care of your family, take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.